Let me set the way we'll be conducting the session. Ramavaranji, Pranavji, and Nim, we would like you to ask more and more things. We will put it raw, crude, and fact-based. However, a few might not like it, but that is the truth, how we see it. And this session is primarily to help us to improve, help us to identify where we are lacking as community, where we need to work ourselves up so that we survive in this place called Australia. Australian systems, be it social, cultural, political, or media related, they are very complex, very different. So let's understand how it is. I'm a media man, and I'm sorry that you people don't understand media. You have no idea how media works. And you don't want to know, and then you whinge about it, that media portrays you in a bad light. You don't tell us what you are doing, and then you tell us, you wrote wrong. So I will hear it from somebody and write about it. So how many organizations are here sitting? At least 20, 30, 50. And none of the organization, as I know, has a communication officer. They'll have a president, vice president, treasurer, this, that, everyone. Nobody has a communication officer. What is the role of communication officer? Do you go to a lawyer when you are sick? You go to a doctor. Yeah. How many people, okay, let's talk about this conference itself. What is the hashtag for this conference to put every photograph which you people are taking since morning or the videos you're making? Have you created a hashtag? Do you know who to tag for this media conference? I'm sorry. This is what we are at. We have no idea how to tackle media. Have we prepared a media kit? What are we going to deliver this evening to the reporters so that some idiot don't write that a right-wing Hindutva organization organize a conference to radicalize young kids? Tell me about it. So we are not prepared. And it's not about being prepared. We don't even know. So let me explain it to you. Low power, so low time. Everyone knows that media is kind of biased towards Hindu community. They write every bad thing and they hide every good thing which you guys do. Why is that? Just to be clear, they are not the people to be blamed. You are the one to be blamed. Let me blame my dear friend Rajendra Pandeji publicly. We had a beautiful program a week ago. He has not supplied me any photograph or a simple description of what program was that. It was a significant program which should be there in news so that people benefit out of it. But we have not. And it's not about Rajanji. Anybody sitting here, everyone sitting there, they don't do it. Okay. I heard somebody speaking before me. I'll cut short what I want to talk, but how many times do you stand for your dharma? How many times have you defended if somebody has said something wrong or somebody is doing something good for your dharma? Have you ever? Okay, who has said this? I'm a proud Hindu. Yeah. Okay, but it doesn't cut the slack. Saying I'm proud Hindu doesn't mean anything to me. Your deeds do. Okay. When was the last time you backed it up saying, I'm proud Hindu with your karma? When did you, there were several politicians, when did you last time advocated with these politicians Hindu causes? Are you supporting causes that are tied with our dharma? No. Anyways. No, money is very important. When was the last time you donated for dharma? I heard to put together this conference, we have to work very hard. It was very difficult to put this conference together. So, how many people, a lot of people have left, but whosoever is sitting here, how many people have donated for it? Why don't you dig into your pocket and do things for dharma? Ramavaranji is sitting here. He's struggling to establish a school for your kids. His kids are probably not in school now. So my grandkids will be studying in that school. So why can't I help him to build that school? Anyways, you know what? There are communities who are working globally. Please learn it from them. I receive emails, I receive things like this as they happen from other communities to report. I give calls, I request, can you please send me a quote? And our community members do not send it. And few times I have been told, okay, so what shall we speak? This is the job of a communication officer. These young kids, make them your communication officers. There are trainee lawyers. There are people who can help you around with these things. Please use them. I'm sorry, it just went off. Somebody was saying about Hindus, the plight of Hindus in different places. Then that gentleman clubbed that minorities are facing issues in Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and everywhere. Why do you, what makes you to club your issues? Can't you talk about only your issues that me as Hindu is facing this? What makes you so ashamed to talk about your own issues? That's why we as media club you with everyone else. We call you South Asians. Anything bad happens, we call you Hindus. Anything good happens, we call you South Asians. Why do we do it? Because you yourself do it. You give us ideas and we do it. So please start respecting yourself, then we will respect you. Another thing is, we don't understand how media works. That's very genuine. Most people don't. So let's work it out. Your stories will only be told by Hindu journalists because they know, and the Hindu professionals. If there is a lawyer, doctor, social scientist, a politician, if he or she will speak, then they will talk about your issues. If you don't have those experts, nobody will. Unlikely, we don't have Hindu experts. We don't have Hindu media personals. Okay, I'm just exaggerating. There are few. No, I am not the one. There are, do you know in ABC there are a number of Hindu journalists? Do you know in Channel 7 there are a number of Hindu journalists? In Sky News there are Hindu journalists. In news.com.au there are Hindu journalists. Do you know them? Have you ever made an effort to know them and meet them and make a relationship? Few are kids of Hindus, second generation kids. But we haven't made that effort to know them and work with them or find out a way. Who will do it? I don't know. Another thing, we talk a lot of things which we should not talk with media. This is also very important. We don't know the difference between the chat which you should do in a closed room and the chat which you should be shouting outside on a mic. You have to understand that. You have to understand that you cannot talk any rubbish outside with media people, because they will paint you. You might be making a joke. They will write it in inverted commas and make you feel bad. And not you, me, her, and everybody will be, the Hindus are bad because they are saying this. Please don't say anything which is not worth saying. Please. Create your experts. Please create your experts. Please use social media not to put where you dined, but to explore and exhibit what community is doing. Anybody, the lawyer, Ms. Shah, came here. She said, very good line. This is not the time to compete with each other. This is the time to collaborate. If you do not collaborate, then you will fall. Please. We all know this, so I'll just pass it on. If 90% of the time when Hindu stories are told in Australia, they are told by non-Hindu experts. Why? Because we have not created our own experts. If you want to know who can talk about Hindu history, we don't have any Hindu. If you want to talk about Hindu politics, we don't have any Hindu culture. It's not that we don't have people who can talk about. We have not made them that big to be established for media persons, from mainstream media persons to come and talk to them. This is our job. Please help them and raise them. I had two bosses when I was young journalist in India. First was Nalini Singh. She was one of the best journalists I have worked with. I worked with her, she groomed me, and I moved on. Her institution is just like that. 3 reporters and whatever she's doing. Another journalist I worked with was the owner of TV18. When I joined TV18, long back, 24 years back, there were only 17 journalists. In 15 years' time, TV18 became a 5,000 journalists and 20-channel thing. How? Because he knew how to groom their people. That's why he became so big. And Nalini Singh, despite being the best journalist in India, couldn't do anything. Because she was not grooming, she was not letting people grow. She wanted people to work for her. And that's what happens in our own society. We want everyone under us. We don't want them to bloom. Please let them bloom. When these kids will bloom, uncles will bloom, will be bigger people. Oh, you are her uncle. That is what is required. Consequences of underrepresentation or no representation, you all know. How ABC is reporting on you, you all know. And we don't have any advocacy. Thank God I met Ms. Shah, a lawyer, so we'll work it out. And if you have an idea, please share with the others so that they can put their inputs and maybe they have a better idea than you. I'm not perfect. I don't have best of the ideas. But if we talk, we might have better ideas. I have joined Melbourne Press Club. I'm executive board member now there. So if any second generation kid who is pursuing journalism, I am here to help. We will give you mentorship. We will get you to wherever you want, whichever channel you want to get in, TV, print, digital, whatever. We have avenues now. We have created those avenues. So please work. We need you as journalists. A lot of IT people are there. Please create some CMS. Do new coding. I'm done. That's all right. Create some scholarships. We have created a scholarship. We have got Fijian Indian student also. Last year we mentored 2 Fijian Indian kids, journalism student. This year also we are doing. And we will do it across the board in Sydney, Melbourne, and Queensland. Please, if you don't have anybody who can do your communication strategies, let us know. We will train kids for that. We will train your communication officer how to do, what not to say. Nothing is important. What to say, everyone knows. The only thing you don't know is what not to say. So we will train you in what not to say, and you'll be all right. Way forward. Integration of Hindu professionals of all stream with media. Create your people, make them big, OMs, awards, anything. If any Hindu gets award, make it a viral thing so that we as journalists are forced to pick up that story. Create your narratives, please, hashtags. And another thing, collaboration is the key. This is the word I always say. Anywhere I go, I say this. Journalist, media is not your enemy. They are your best friend. Like this iPad. Think them like this iPad. Use them. Use them for Dharma. If you use them for Dharma, Dharma wins. Thank you so much.